right now. Right now, need crew up right now, cause we two up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. First I pull up, hop out, valet, walk out, all these
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach, and you're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got a good one on tap between the visiting Arizona Cardinals and the Philadelphia Eagles. With that, let's get up to the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. We're standing by for the call. Our Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Arizona Cardinals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
This is TJ Logan to return it. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. It's Sam Bradford who will be controlling things under center in his 9th year now out of Oklahoma.
And getting another fresh start, this time in Arizona. But it'd be interesting to see how people in the building, how people in the organization view this season for Sam Bradford. Is he a bridge to Josh Rosen, who they drafted in the first round? Or will he become their legitimate starting quarterback as they try and challenge for a playoff spot? When he's on his game, there's nobody more accurate in the league throwing the football.
Here we go. Hey, here we go. Hunt, 40.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett. And here are the offensive starters for Arizona.
And how about wide receiver Larry Fitzgerald? Back for his 15th NFL season. This is not a ceremonial appearance. He had 109 catches last season. He will help the new quarterback of the Cardinals become better right away.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, TJ Logan. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, Bradford. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep is Darren Sproles. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. Look who is trotting out there to take the snaps. It's the much-anticipated return of the quarterback, Carson Wentz.
And what a season Carson Wentz was having in 2017 after a rookie season that was a little bit up and down, as you might expect. He was having an MVP caliber year. 33 touchdown passes at the time of his injury. Had his team at 11-2, riding high. Everyone thought that might be it for the Eagles. There goes their dream of winning a Super Bowl. Instead, Nick Foles comes in, team rallies, saves the day, and they end up winning the Super Bowl anyway. But Carson Wentz had a big hand in getting him in that position.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one good for 10 yards, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On play action, Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he's taken down, but not before he gets us into enemy territory across the 40. That goes for a gain of 31. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control. And you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. This is Ajayi. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Quickly now, a look at the Eagles' offensive starters.
An electric force out of the backfield is Jay Ajayi, who made the most out of his midseason exit from Miami and acquisition by the Philadelphia Eagles. The leading rusher in the playoffs for the Eagles helped power them to a Super Bowl with his ability to see holes where people don't think they exist and turn them into long runs.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Go. 120.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. This one complete to Sproles. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. With it on the return is Logan. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On 1st and 10, Bradford. Incomplete. The tight end, Jermaine Gresham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. These two teams, the Cardinals and Eagles, met in Philadelphia Week 5 last year. That was right about where we started to say, hey, they're on to something with this Carson Wentz guy. Threw for a career-high 4 touchdowns in a 34-7 Eagle victory.
Yeah, and 3 of them were in the first quarter, and they came on 3 plays. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gad him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Bradford. And this is going to be incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions. And
now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Here's Andy Lee now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here comes the pressure, and the Eagles get there to block it. It's picked up. Remember, the ball is live. And they will wind up with a football here at the 22-yard line. That's a pretty solid start to this one. You didn't get a touchdown, but you got 3 points on your opening drive. Then you stop them and block the punt there.
Almost feel like you got inspired, right? Offense went out and scored, put points on the board, as you noted, a field goal. And your defense goes right out there and helps out as well, blocking a punt and give them another opportunity.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The free safety, Trey Boston, there to knock it away. And the 11 defensive starters for Arizona.
And that means cornerback Patrick Peterson, who has an effect on every game he plays, whether it's at the cornerback position or even as a punt returner. How about this? He's been in the Pro Bowl all 7 seasons that he's been in the NFL. This guy knows how to change a game, either with an interception or a return.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, add that play to his resume, Real, because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And before they can run another play, the clock hits triple zeros. And time is up on the 1st quarter. 3-0 is our score, and we're back to Philadelphia after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. They were held to a field goal on their first drive. They want 6 now, but it's 3rd and goal. Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead grows to 10-0. That time a 6-play drive. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Elliott now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. They begin the drive with Johnson. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on third.
Thinking pass all the way.
From the shotgun, it's Bradford. Gets it to Bryce Butler, complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check. Here we go.
Here's Ajayi. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Single. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Wentz. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Christian Kirk deep to return it. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They go play action here on 1st down. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exacting of the route.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And now running right through it. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Cardinals on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Bradford. It's caught. Nelson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Bradford finding Nelson for an Arizona first down.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And a short gain down to about the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now a 2nd down throw for Bradford. And Gresham's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. To throw, Bradford. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. A couple of vets finding each other there for a Cardinal first down. Bradford to Fitzgerald.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Bradford in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Bradford now to throw on first down. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback. But as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Ertz over the middle. Now before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout, and now we're set to get going. Wentz now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Now a play fake. Wentz. Looking left sideline. Incomplete. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out and ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Wide open receiver, complete. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And Elliott puts this one through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll begin the drive with Sproles. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Wentz now on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but more mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Tackle made by Marcus Golden.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On second down, here's Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. An Eagle first down, Wentz to Ertz.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Wentz now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Throwing on first is Wentz. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Can't have enough good pass-catching tight ends in the NFL. And the Eagles, they wanted to replenish their stock. They lost Trey Burton in the offseason, so they selected Dallas Goedert out of South Dakota State in the second round. And he is nothing but a big-time pass catcher.
What a great story, because South Dakota State didn't offer him a scholarship out of high school. He walked on there.
Yeah, so now Zach Ertz has a running mate at tight end.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
From the red zone now, Wentz. And this is incomplete.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Chandler Jones able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Jones had 4 years in New England, now in his 3rd with the Cardinals.
And he's really gotten acclimated in the desert, hasn't he? 11 sacks in his first season with the team in 2016. 17 last year, which led the NFL. And how about his last 5 years? 58 sacks, the most in the NFL.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
First down, Bradford. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now a play fake here on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is caught. Touchdown Cardinals. Bryce Butler, 53 yards. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for two. Working out of the gun, Bradford. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On play action, Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Hassan Reddick coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Stop right there. Here we go. Waiting. Looks on.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
Here's Phil Dawson now for the point after. Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30.
Here we go.
They'll begin the drive with a jive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. On play action, it's Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Wentz now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now it's a Ajayi. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Robert Kimdichie, the one to bring him down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They come out here in the I. They'll give it to him up the middle. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Josh Bynes able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Elliott puts this one through. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. On 1st and 10, Bradford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you get the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On 2nd down, Bradford again. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fitzgerald. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They go play action here on first down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. A second down throw for Bradford. Over the middle, complete. That's Fitzgerald. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone, sometimes you're throwing it between the zones, sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on third down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the one tackle but couldn't spring himself free. Desperation time. Bradford on fourth down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Bradford now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. A first down throw for Bradford. And his throw here is incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Throwing again. Bradford on second and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in.
False start, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still first down.
A false start backs him up 5. First and 15. effort again. That is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. They'll run it with Johnson, and he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson punching it in from a yard away. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from taking the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Extra point try now for Dawson. A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's David Johnson who provides the capper as he scores on the touchdown run. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. Here's Carson Wentz now and the rest of his offensive unit heading onto the field. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Wentz now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Hang in there now. Go. 180!
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. An Eagle 1st down there. Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Wentz now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
There we go. Back man. 180!
On 1st down, Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. Third down here.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Now Wentz on third down. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it down deep into Arizona territory. Wentz able to hook up with Aguilar for a big gain. 49 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Into the red zone, Wentz. Flush to his right. And the Eagles are in for 6. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
So a big play for the Eagles now as they'll go for 2. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Elliott now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Bradford on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Nelson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Bradford now to throw on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll make it second down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. The Cardinals on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses that are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
They run with Ajayi. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They run again with Ajayi. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.